Kasalukuyan po nagsasagawa ng press conference ng Commission on Higher Education. Kabilang po sa mga tinatalakay ang pagbibigay ng scholarship sa mga biktima ng Bagyong Yolanda. Pakinggan po natin.
Institutions who did not increase, so it is considerably smaller, probably 2% or something like that. No? So if you think of all of the higher education institutions, the increase on the average is only 2%. But if you just take the 171 who did increase, it is 9. So that means that there's some higher than that. No? Kung average yun, yeah. It might still change, particularly because NCR is kind of major.
I know you have from the Philippines, so I know you've been explaining why CHED not issue a moratorium on tuition fees because you're saying that these universities are considered as autonomous. They're allowed under the law considering that it's allowed by CHED. So could you please explain again why should we stop these schools from using?
You have to think of this whole tuition business as a very delicate balancing act. No, I know it's very appealing to say that poor students are not heard, that they really are well, and because of some of the things that unfortunate things that happened last year, no. So parang the schools raising tuition are the bad guys. But you have to understand that these schools who are not subsidized by government has no other source of income except their tuition. And what do they have? They have faculty and staff who also are appealing for increase naman in their salaries. You have CHED breathing down their necks and saying, look, you know, you're not complying with our standards for laboratories, for various things. So those cost money. Where is it supposed to come from? No? So it's very difficult. What they tell me, trying to reason with us also, because we tend to try to get them to keep their tuition down. They say their argument is, look, we have to also be very careful. We do not want to price ourselves out of the market. We know that if we increase too much, we will lose our students to cheaper schools. So they're thinking about that as well. No, it's not. There are some who are really just greedy. They will just increase even though they know. And we have instances like that where we have already ordered their closure, and still they will fight for one more semester. No, and then so. But that's not who we're talking about. We're talking about legitimate private HEIs trying to give an education to Filipino youth, and it costs money. So what do we do? That is the hard thing for CHED, no? That balancing act. So what we have attempted this year, it's still a work in progress, is, and I said this in my report, that we will get the input of economists, no? Because in a sense, there are very major, I think, factors that have to be considered. One is the economy, really what it costs, what education costs, and what they would need to be able to pay, for in terms of offering education. So that's one factor. Then the economists are kind of doing this, but we also want to program in quality, no? So if you ask for an increase, but your track record is so bad, why? Why do you deserve an increase? But if your track record is very good, obviously you're doing things right that cost money. So we will be a lot more sympathetic towards that. So it's a very intricate and a complicated formula, and like we said, it's a work in progress. And so we expect that this year we will have a lot of consultations. We kind of introduced this to the basically to the private schools, to Cocopeya recently. We even mentioned it in Congress, and the reaction was cautiously positive in the sense that this is a good idea, but make sure that we are consulted every step of the way. And we said, yes, of course, no? Yes, of course.
Well, in addition, the moratorium may not be feasible.
Yan po ang bahagi ng press conference ng Commission on Higher Education sa pangunguna mismo ni CHED Chair Patricia Licuanan. Tinalakay nga po ang pagbibigay ng scholarship sa mga kapus-palad na kabataan. Ngayong taon ay nakipagpulong umano ang CHED sa mga ekonomista para malaman talaga kung ano ang sitwasyong pangpinansyal ng mga Pilipino. Ito ay para daw magkaroon sila ng magandang basihan para sa pagpayag sa ilang eskwelahan na magtaas ng matrikula, at pangako ng CHED ay makikipag-ugnayan pa rin sila sa mga ekonomista para sa tuloy-tuloy na pagtalakay at pag-assess para malaman kung kinakailangan ng tuition fee increase.